What's up, everybody? As you can see, this is my creation, Monster in a Box. I'm going to try to show you guys how I went about it, some of the mistakes I made, and see if you can build one yourself. And you'll see this activated at the end of this video. And if you decide to try to do this, best of luck to you, and hope the best, and we'll see how it all turns out. Good luck. This is a drill to cut open a hole in wood. And I'm going to take it apart because I want to use this piece here that's going to hold the wooden attachments. Anyways, it's fairly easy. This basically unscrews from the drill bit itself, this whole unit. Off it goes. Now I have this piece here, and for this piece I can take this off. Anyways, and then I'm going to put the wooden piece in here, as you can see, and I will tighten it down with this. Not a big deal, it's fairly simple, but I did it the right way. I'm assuming I did. I guess it's the other way. Okay. There we go. Nice and snug. Yeah, this drill is going to be in the way. There might be smaller ones you can use or ones without it. And if there's a way to remove it, that's cool. But this is what I'm going to do for now. As you can see, it's going to give me the spin action. This I will attach to the drill itself. Now, for sound effects, this is what I have. This is going to be my setup over here. A couple of computer speakers, a MP3 player. In this case, it's a tiny video player, but you can use a cheap MP3 player to generate the sounds you want. And of course, the power supply for the speakers itself. Plus, since it does have a battery, I don't know how long the battery will last. As an old player, I have a USB. I can plug it to a USB converter, AC to USB converter, just to get power to that when the time comes. In the meantime, though, this is going to be my sound effects. I went on a computer. I downloaded a couple of some growling sounds. I'll demonstrate so you can hear it. I have a change of plans. Instead of using the drill, I went and bought this motor here. It's AC motor, low RPM, high torque, and I got it on eBay for $20. The hardware, of course, I had to add that on. It has no hardware, so I got some screws in that. With this, I'm going to be using the power of the lid of my Monster in a Box. So, got my little, and a plug so I can attach it to, and we shall test it out in a second. And I can see how fast it turns. Now I got to come up with a cam system. Okay, I came up with a solution of how I'm going to use what I'm going to attach to this piece. I got two long screws, some nuts. Since this hole already had slots, I'm going to attach it that way. As for this part, I drilled a hole here so I can attach that to the shaft where it belongs. I'm in the process of mounting my motor onto this piece of plywood. A little thin, but not too thin. But again, we're not dealing with a lot of weight or anything, so this is where it's going to be attached. And then that is going to go on in here. Put this holder together, which I'm going to mount the motor. The reason why it's so big, because I was planning to put the drill assembly as the motor first, so the drill would have sat here. But now that I had a change of plans, my little motor is going to go on over here. So this will be mounted like that. So I'm going to nail it on, and you can see where it sits. This is what I have at the moment. Two might be enough to hit a cover of a box and make it bounce. I'm kind of curious to see how it turns out. Anyway, you can see it's just that. And it just plugs into an outlet, which I'll hear. So this will eventually go into a box structure. This is going to be the stand for the motor. And we'll just go from here and see what happens. This is basically what the setup may look like in the beginning. MP3 player, you can sit in there. The speakers close by. Plugs. I have to put a strip though. The whole thing is going to have to be at least 15 inches high to account for this, because it's longer than the height of this. So I'm going to have to put this in a stand. And see how it turns out. I'm going to purchase some wood today. 2x2s, 1x3s. I'm going to put together, so I'm making a box. I plan to make the box 2 feet one way and probably 2 feet the other, or maybe a little less than 2 feet. So we're going to see how this turns out. This is going to be the front and back of the box. I'll put the slats on the sides. I've yet to determine how wide or how deep I'm going to make it. But anyways, it could be any size you want. The wood is cheap. It was 98 cents for those 8-foot 1x3s and probably $1, about $1 for the 2x2s. So I haven't spent probably no more than $20 in wood. I also bought screws too, because I wanted to screw everything together, make it more convenient and stronger, and we'll go from there. I decided to go for 16 inches from end to end, and I'm going to put my little motor in this way. You see there's clearance of the bars there. Again, I'm going to rig something up to either do a cam or I'll have the whole thing higher so that it hits the lid and makes it bounce up and down. That's going to be the plan. There's my box so far. We'll have to put a bottom on the top to it. It's more like a crate. We'll see how it turns out. This is where I'm at right now. I put my little motor mount and motor. It's going to spin around and knock the lid up with those sticks there, those bolts. And maybe kind of close to the 2x2 there, but I think this clears it enough. So we should be alright. And the project continues. I finally put a cover on it. I just put a real thin one because of the weight of the other one. I had a thicker one, but it was too heavy for the motor. So I'll use a thin one, which I'll make it look uglier in time. But now the wire's sticking out for now. That's not how it's going to be. But I'm going to plug it in just to show it to you bumping. Anyways, you can see it's kind of rhythmic. I wish I could do it a little more random, but it'll do for now. It's just short notice, I guess, so that's pretty much where I'm at. I might have to put something underneath because it is kind of noisy, but then again, you know, you don't expect a real quiet box neither, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to give a demonstration here. I got my PC speakers in. Little plug there. I'll fix all that up later, you know, the wiring and stuff. This is just a test. The motor's on right now because, you know, like I said, I'm going to be putting a motion detector and all that. But I have my MP3 player, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it and I'm going to let the lid do its thing just to see what you think. It's actually pretty cool. Well, now that you heard what it's going to be like, now the next thing I got to do is I got to make it look ugly, this box. It looks too pale, too pretty. I mean, it looks a little rough. I want it to be a little rough, so I'm going to paint it dark colors, put some chains around it, maybe some red for blood or something, with a danger sign, monster in box, etc. But I have to say, it's coming out really nice. Found some old stain. I'm going to stain it black. It's almost like paint, but it's supposed to be a stain, so this is what it's coming out to, the top. Maybe I'll put something decorative on top, and of course there'll be more decorations as time goes on. Okay, like I just painted it out, or stained it all black, so it can be kind of a rough job. You know, like I said, it's meant to look ugly and not pretty. And now I'm going to have to decorate it. The inside is still the same. I'm going to be putting lighting and stuff in there too, so I do want to put a couple of red lights somewhere in one of those spaces, make it look like eyes or something. So I'm going to rig something up with that. Well, here's my monster in the box again. This time I put some red paint for the Do Not Disturb. I'll fix the chains up more. I just threw them on there right now just for effect at the moment. But I'm going to play it for you guys just to see what you think. It's in my living room at the moment too. A strobe light in there, give a pretty interesting effect. I got some red lights. I think I'm going to try those out next. I'm going to put those in, plug it in, and just see how it looks. So we'll do that at this moment. And I'm also still waiting for my motion detector. That still has to be part of this act. Here's my motion detector. at the moment is off. I just got an electrical box. I wired the outlets directly to the motion detector so that the outlet will not activate until the motion detector is set so. So that's the way it's set up. It's kind of a little hokey, I guess, and I still got to put a cover on that box, but it does work, and you'll see soon enough. Activated. You can see the motor turns, and the strobe light flashes. I got the music off right now, so just to give you a quick, there's my little outlet, and my little strip there, plug stuff in. For the MP3 player, I'll give it a dedicated plug. That's going to be a second plug to the wall when the time comes. When it's not activated, it shall walk by. Pretty cool, huh? Well, this is it. So we're going out Halloween. Hope you enjoyed the making of this video, and have a great Halloween.